Stromboli erupts as of November 10 of 2024. There are currently 47 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet, a total which is 2 less than were erupting last week. One of these erupting volcanoes is Italy's famed Mount Stromboli, which since it has been near continuously erupting for the last 5,000 years has been nicknamed the lighthouse of the Mediterranean, as its orange glow is often visible from a fair distance. Stromboli generally produces a moderate-sized explosion about once every 10 to 20 minutes which throws bombs of lava into the air and emits moderate amounts of ash in what is termed a Strombolian eruption. And now, here are this week's top volcano-related news stories. This week's top stories: while the world has largely turned in to observe a series of large and destructive eruptions on Indonesia's island of Flores, a similarly large eruption was largely missed from Russia's Shiveluch volcano. And this is despite the fact the large eruption in question produced a lengthy 11-kilometer or 6.84 miles long pyroclastic flow. Heading over to Indonesia, it has not been a good. Lewotobi's major eruption week on the island of Flores, which for reference has an area slightly larger than the combined landmass of both the state of Connecticut and Hawaii's island of Keho'olawe. There, increasing volcanic unrest has been observed at the Ia volcano, causing its alert level to be raised and for monitoring to be made due to a potential future tsunami threat if it does end up soon erupting. But, by far, this week's top story involves a disaster related to the size and destruction caused by a series of major volcanic eruptions of the Lewotobi volcano. While Lewotobi had been continuously erupting since December 23 of last year, up until the beginning of this week it had only produced one medium-length pyroclastic flow, one thick flank lava flow, and its tallest eruption plume only rose 2,500 meters above its summit. In other words, activity consisted with a medium-intensity volcanic explosive eruption. However, this all changed on October 31, the date of Halloween. That date marks when a new batch of very gas-rich basaltic magma began intruding underneath the volcano in an eruption which beforehand solely involved somewhat gas-depleted basaltic andesite magma. As this new mass of magma traveled up its magma conduit, it caused part of the conduit to break and form a plug at 2 kilometers depth on November 1. Whereas beforehand eruptions occurred every 6 hours, no eruptions occurred at all during the next 53 hours as large amounts of gas and pressure built up. Then, 3 minutes before midnight on November 3, the plug burst, generating a major explosive eruption which hurled thousands if not tens of thousands of lava bombs and volcanic projectiles high into the air. Car-sized lava bombs fell up to 6 kilometers away while golf ball-sized lava bombs fell up to 11 kilometers away. This sadly damaged or destroyed 2,400 structures, caused 9 fatalities, and 55 injuries. Yet, the eruption was not over as now more basaltic magma was entering the volcano than its conduit could reasonably accommodate, causing repeated blockages to form. After a 2-kilometer tall lava fountain was generated, 3 even more powerful but far less lava bomb-rich explosions occurred, all of which were subplinian in nature. Ash plumes reached up to altitudes of 55,000 feet, and Lewotobi's exclusion zone was expanded to be 7 to 9 kilometers.